Hello there, everybody. Hi, this is Amnah here. If you are watching live with me, say hello. Tell me where you're watching from, and you can like this video, you can share it with your friends, you can give me a heart so that I don't feel so lonely on the side of the screen. Okay, say hi to me. I can see a few people are watching. Say hi to me. Okay, if you're not familiar with My English Matters, I'm Amnah Shurfa. I'm one of the co-creators of My English Matters. Sorry, I'm fumbling with my words. With Madam Azima and Aisha, and we are sisters. We are actually real sisters from the same father and the same mother. Okay, so today is we are kickstarting our weekly Facebook Lives again. So it's going to be every Thursday at 12 for the next 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, 3 weeks, I think. I'm going to kickstart this session with a Q&A session. So what I did was I collected some questions that we got from email and social media, and I'm going to answer them today. So let's see who's here. Hi, Madam Siti. Oh gosh, the comments are fast. Hi Mazwin, I can see you. Rosmawati, hello. Nur Asmira, you're watching from Lancang, Pahang. So great to hear that. Naima, hello everybody. Okay, so great to see some familiar names here. Thank you for joining me. I feel so honored. Okay, so I'm kickstarting this Facebook Live session with a Q&A. I'm going to answer about 5 questions that I've collected. And if I have any extra questions, if you have any questions for me, you can post them in the comments. We'll try to get to them if we have time. I want to keep this to about half an hour, not more than that. I know we're all busy. And if I have time at the end, I'll answer some of your questions live. If not, then we may answer them in our next Facebook Live session next week. Same time, 12 noon, same place, Facebook Live on our Facebook page. Okay, so if you're not familiar with My English Matters, what we do is we teach Malaysians and also second language learners. So you may not be a Malaysian, but English is your second language. We teach you guys how to communicate better in English and how to be more confident overall. Okay, so we teach through online courses. So we have an online course called Communicate with Confidence, which is 5 modules over 12 weeks. And we also have our Members Monthly, which is a monthly subscription. So students can join us once a month for a Facebook Live session, which is similar to this, but we go deep into a specific topic every single month. Hi Adib, I can see you. He is my junior from university. Siti Mariam, hello, one of our students. So great to see all you familiar faces watching today. All right. Volume is low. I think you're gonna have to do the volume louder. Try to wear earphones if you can't hear me properly. All right. So now I'm going to go through the first question. I'll start off straight away. Oh wait. So this question came in through email and it comes from Ralph. So Ralph says, "Salam and morning teachers. I already go through all of part 2. So Ralph joined our email course, which is free. If you're not joined yet, you can go to myenglishmatters.com, submit your name and email address, and we will send you 7 tips. So there's part 1 and there's part 2, and there's one more tip, which is a bonus tip. So Ralph is talking about that. He's gone through part 2, which is the techniques for what you can do to sound confident when you speak. So he says, I already go through all of this part 2. It is interesting and good tips. But can you guys give me some advice to make me stay focused in learning English? Because I have some bad behavior, which is I can stand only for a few days, then I will forget about it. Haha, it sounds funny, right? But this is what I can see in myself. Seriously, I want to improve my English better and better. Thank you." Okay, thank you, Ralph, for your question. So what Ralph is asking is that he really wants to improve his English, but he has a problem with staying motivated. So after a few days, he forgets to continue learning and he goes back to his normal way of life. Does that sound familiar to you? Well, it sounds familiar to me because I also struggle with motivation myself. So I'm going to share with you some tips on how you can stay motivated in learning English. And you can also apply this to anything in your life that you want to, that if you have a particular goal that you want to achieve, but I'll talk about this in the context of learning English. So Ralph says that he really seriously wants to improve his English, but you have to be clear on how serious you really are. What is your goal? So you have to determine your goal first. So for example, maybe your goal is, I want to be a better speaker. I want to be more fluent, right? So once you determine that goal, why is it important to you? You have to know why. What pain points are you going through because you're not fluent yet, right? So think about all the pain that you're going through and what it is that you want to achieve. You want to be a fluent speaker, right? So why do you want to do that? And you have to imagine yourself, what will you get if you are a fluent speaker? Maybe you will get a promotion, for example. Maybe your boss, you have to be a fluent speaker in this job if you want to retain this position, for example. So you got to think about why you want to be a fluent speaker. Then after that, once you know what your reason, your why, your goal, you have to break it down into a few actionable steps. What are the actionable steps that you can take to achieve that goal? So, for example, think of 5 steps, right? Or maybe 5 is too much. You can think 3. Think of 3 only. So 3 steps, for example. All right, so what are the 3 steps that I'm going to do to achieve that goal of being a fluent speaker? 1, I could volunteer to be a leader of a project at work, for example. Or 2, the other actionable step that I can do is I can join a class. Or number 3, another actionable step I can do is to do a Facebook Live or a video that I want to post on social media. So those are the steps that you're going to do to achieve that goal. So that is the only way for you to stay motivated, is to have a goal, but also to have steps to get there. And you got to put those actionable steps in your calendar, because if it's not in your calendar, it's not going to happen, right? Those are the things that I've implemented myself so that I can achieve a particular goal, right? And I also have another tip, is this book that you can read. It's called Atomic Habits. It's by James Clear. So what James Clear talks about is that the things that we do every day, those are the things that is going to take you to where we want to go. It's not the things that you do once a week or sporadically. It has to be consistent. So you got to look at the habits that you are doing now, and how can you create new habits so that it will become the system for you to move towards your goal, right? So say for example, your habit is every single day you brush your teeth. We all brush our teeth, right? That has just become part of our daily life. If it isn't yet, well, it should be. But what kind of things that can you do every single day so that it's easy for you? It has to be easy, that becomes a habit. So for example, every day, for example, you watch the news, right? Oh, not now, sorry, I got a notification. Every day you watch the news, but you watch it in your first language, which is Malay, for example. Now what you can do is change it to watching the news in English. So you got to start changing a few of the habits that you do every day, change it so that it's in English. Another tip is to be around people who speak. So maybe right now, the people who are around you, they speak Malay all the time. Or what language that what is your first language, whether it's Tamil or Mandarin. You got to start looking for friends, for people who speak English, right? It's not going to be easy. I know that it's hard to find new friends. Maybe you could join a class, be around people who speak English. The best way that you can improve your English is to be around people who are using English all the time. Okay, so I hope that's helpful for you, Ralph. Right, I'm going to move on to the next question. Oh, let me see, I have some comments here. Siti Mariam says, yeah, sometimes become stuck when lost with the vocab. Yeah, okay, I think she's referring to a comment. Yazid here, Yazid says, may I know which accent is more appropriate and easy for people to understand when speaking English? Which accent? You mean like Australian accent or British accent or American accent? It can be any accent. It's your own accent. It's your Malaysian accent. Whatever is comfortable for you to speak. You don't have to follow a particular